Today we have with us Mr. Arup Roy Choudhury, Chairman of NTPC Limited. Thank you for joining us, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, budget is round the corner. What is the first thing that the government should do, according to you, to give a boost to the power sector?
No, well, I don't think there's much that the government can do. It is things have been happening on the mega project scheme, the 80IA. The continuity of 80IA, which was not continued this fiscal, may be required to be done. Basically, whatever requires to reduce the cost of power, that's what I think we need to look at very seriously.
You are not able to sell your power in the market. At the same time, there are so many power cuts in cities like Lucknow, Delhi, everywhere else in the country. What is the reason behind that, according to you?
Power also, is like any other commodity. It's like a product. If it is not priced properly, if it does not reach the people properly, it is not sold. So I think that is basically the reason, because last 1 year we've had a tremendous amount of uncertainty about gas. Imported gas is expensive. So the power from gas is not sold at all. So that is one of the reasons, and basically that is the reason, and the health of the DISCOMs. By and large, these are the reasons.
So have you suggested anything to bring the cost of power down in the country?
Well, there are plenty of suggestions, right from bringing down the cost of the fuel, the present government is very keen of rationalizing the railway freight. So all these really add on to reducing the cost of power. As far as we are concerned, we are trying to bring about the best efficient machines, make the best out of the coal, and reduce the cost of the machines as much as possible. Once that is done, probably on the generation side we would have taken care of it. But there's lots to be done on the transmission and distribution side, especially in the distribution sector, where the state electricity board's health is very bad. They're not able to pay for the power. So sometimes the offtake of power is less because they're not able to pay for the power. It's not because there's no demand for power. It's not because there isn't any power. There is power, there is demand, but the paying capacity is not there.
Do you think that just by increasing the power tariffs, state DISCOMs can actually come out of trouble?
A lot of people, especially I find the banks, which keep on saying that you keep on increasing the tariff. It's not so simple as that. When you have about 27% of T&D losses in the country, that means more than 1/3 of the electricity is lost. Then you have this huge problem of transporting coal for thousands of kilometers. So these all add on to the cost of power, and just by increasing the ultimate tariff to the consumer doesn't help. We should look at these aspects, and we should look at what it takes to reduce the cost of generation.
Power exchanges in the country have not been able to play a great role in improving the condition of power sector. Why do you think power exchanges have actually failed in the country?
First of all, the power exchanges thought that there is a huge market for commercial power. Unfortunately, in our country, due to financial conditions, there isn't a huge market for commercial power. Unfortunately, some players also made huge windfalls at the time when the real demand came. That also gave a very bad taste to the consumer on the type of pricing which was done through the exchange. Coming 3-4 years, I think again it will get revived.
Sir, the quality of fuel is a big issue. You are having issues with CILs, fuel supply. Third-party sampling was also talked about, but nothing is working out. What is the reason behind it?
No, because you must understand, coal is a natural material. It comes out of the ground. The rating of coal mines is done by some other authority. The coal mines have to produce the coal, and we have 40% ash in Indian coal. All the seams are not equal. So the quality of coal is a major issue. Those issues are in the past today. Now there is a direction from the minister that the quality of the coal will be measured at the production place, that is the pit head, by the power producers. That should resolve this issue once and for all.
Sir, your company has received at least 30 expressions of interest to sell their distressed power plants. What is the criteria that you are following to buy any of them?
See, yes, I think we've received about 33, totaling to about 55,000 megawatts. We are very conscious when we set up a power project. In fact, we look at the availability of land, the environmental clearance, the water availability, the PPA, the fuel linkage. These 5 things definitely we are looking at. Of course, they are distressed because they don't have these, 1 or 2 of these. So, we are looking at which are the ones that they do not have, and if they do not have the coal, is it possible to get a coal linkage? If they do not have a PPA with the state government, is there a state government which would be probably willing to buy the power now, because we expect the economy to pick up? These are the issues we are looking at. Of course, importantly, we are also looking at the quality of the equipment, because NTPC stations, we run the stations for more than 40 years. Our stations in Tanda and in Talcher, they are running for more than 40 years and they are still running at 95% plus. So, we would like to have a look at the equipments and see that we are satisfied. A proper due diligence will be done. It is being done.
Around 6 to 7 bidders have said that they did not like the bidding document for the next upcoming UMPPs, that is the Tamil Nadu and Odisha. Do you think there is something that lacks in the bidding document?
Well, I really don't know whether they have withdrawn the bids. But let me tell you that the level of uncertainties have to be removed in the UMPP bids. You should have the land, clear title of the land. You should have the environmental clearance. You should have the coal connection, and there should be a clearance of the coal mining. Now, if you have the mundane problems that we all have in the usual projects, why call it a UMPP? So, I think still we need power in the country. It's a big opportunity for all of us. We are very keenly watching the situation. We will be a very active competitor in this.
Sir, you chose Indian equipment over the Chinese equipment for your power plants. Today we see that all those companies that bought Chinese equipment, they are troubled power players today. Did you foresee this coming?
See, I will not comment on the problems that is happening to people. I would only say that we were very clear on the quality that we required. We do our own design. As you know, we have about 500 plus design engineers in the company, and we design to Indian coal. We thought at that time that buying off the shelf equipments which are not designed to Indian coal may not be a good idea. So, it's not that we are only sourcing Indian equipments. We have manufacturers from Europe, manufacturers from Japan, from Korea, who are supplying to us. But yes, we are very particular on the design. We've given our own design. It's manufactured to our design. So, I don't want to adversely comment on any Chinese or anybody. Anybody who manufactures to our design is welcome to participate. The other thing that we made very particular is that we wanted them to set up shop in India, because we don't want that after we bought the equipments, for every small bit we have to go back to the country of origin. We must have that facility in our country.
Is there any new technology or model in the power sector that will actually revolutionize the power sector in the future?
See, I'll tell you something. There are so many things which are being talked about. What is power? It is converting one source of energy to another. We have abundance of coal, third largest coal reserves in the world. Coal will remain our main source of fuel. What we can do is we can just keep on improving the efficiency of the machines. Every percentage of efficiency improvement reduces the CO2 emission by 2.5 to 3%. Already from an efficiency of machines to about 32 to 35%, we've come to 39-40. We are working on advanced ultra supercritical, which should be about 45. If that happens, I think we would have done a lot on CO2.
Sir, there is also a perception that your company has not been able to develop the captive coal mines that were given to you. Would you like to say something on that?
There is no perception on people who know. See, the mines were given to us, except probably one, Pakri Barwadi, where we had given it to a Australian miner. The mine was almost ready to mine. There is a law and order issue which the Jharkhand government is looking into, and this company could not manage that situation. The other mines, which many people do not know, was actually denotified. We had to fight this hard battle to prove to the coal ministry that we have taken all clearances, and then it got re-notified only recently, about a year back. So, it is not that it has been given to us for a long time. I also see some newspaper articles saying that it has been given to in 2006 and not developed as yet. It is not true. The mines actually has been re-notified only as late as 2001 and 11 and 12. But the worldwide average is about 7 years. And for us, the coal will come in about that time. So, it will be very wrong to say that we have not been able to exploit our coal mines. We will be doing so, and we have enough reserves to produce about 100 million tons of coal per year going forward 4 to 5 years.
Sir, last 3 years were very bad for the power sector, nothing moved ahead. Where do you think the first change can come from in the coming 5 years?
Well, as far as NTPC is concerned, I don't think we had any bad year. Capacity addition was going on, generation was going on, profitability of company was very good. You might say that yes, the entire wagon wheel of power sector, the coal production, the capacity addition, the generation and the consumption did not match through. There might have been some gaps. I see people are looking at it, they are already aware of what is the problem. So, and the present minister we have, he's got coal and power together. So, now he knows the problems, and the amount of hard work that he is trying to do in integrating these two actually are seen to be believed. I am very optimistic that very soon you will see a paradigm change.
Sir, gas was considered to be the fuel of the future for the power sector, but actually, in the past when we saw the gas prices going up, the power sector plays, most of the distressed power plants that we see, they actually have a larger portfolio on the gas side. Do you think increasing the price of gas in the future would actually lead to more trouble for the power sector?
Well, this is $1 million question. You raised two questions in one. One is the depleting stocks of domestic gas. The projection that was given and what has come up and what we have today is absolutely two ends of the spectrum. So, unless you have domestic gas and you have to buy imported gas, the cost is not under your control. So, any increase in the price of domestic gas, or if you want to use the imported gas, is going to increase the cost of power tremendously. And as you rightly said in the beginning, that we are not able to sell the power. So, I see it's going to be very difficult going forward, selling power which is generated from this gas.
So, now that we have the same minister for coal and power, do you think that the Ministry of Petroleum will actually look into the issue for the power sector?
I don't think the Ministry of Petroleum can do much, because you don't have domestic production and you have to depend on imported gas. The gas, the price is guided by somebody else. Even in domestic gas production, they have to actually do a very fine balancing between how much money is to be invested for further exploration. So, how that is to be loaded to the price. So, I really don't envy their job. They have a very difficult job actually.
Thank you very much, Dr. Choudhury, for talking to us.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Well, I don't think there's much that the government can do. It is things have been happening on the mega project scheme, the 80IA. The continuity of 80IA, which was not continued this fiscal, may be required to be done. Basically, whatever requires to reduce the cost of power, that's what I think we need to look at very seriously.